Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the KC9 SportsZone. I'm Anthony Mitchell. Alongside me, the one and the only Alexander Huddleston. Hey, man, another week. We ready?
We are rocking it tonight. Well, we have a ton of store for you tonight. Top matchups, big plays, and of course, our top stop and player of the week.
Let's get after it. Let's start off here with our SportsZone game of the week. And how about another rivalry match? A long-time rivalry battle between Sioux City East and Bishop Heelan, adding yet another chapter tonight at Memorial Field as both teams look to keep their unblemished records intact. Let's head to the highlights. Crusaders lead the series 8-7, dating back to 2010. Black Raiders have won 4 of the last 5 meetings. Chris Ford saying what's up to the camera. Let's roll into the action here. First quarter, ball lost in the sun. Noah Conley throwing this one up, but you know who doesn't lose it? Grant Whitcomb. First pass touchdown of the season for the Crusaders, a 38-yard strike. PAT blocked, home team up 6-zip. East on the ensuing drive. Cal Jepson on the screen pass to Chris Ford. Shakes the defenders out of their shoes. Ford flying to the end zone. 63-yard house call. They take a 7-6 lead. Second quarter of action. Black Raiders looking to pad the lead. Jepson rolling out to his left, but the ball pops out. Fumble. The rock is loose. Heelan recovers. Max Asoff jumps on it. Crusaders cash in. Kaysen Thomas hits Pater. We have a new score update right now. Sioux City East leading 35-28. Headed into overtime. Now it is 35-35. Actually, we just got a score here in my ear. But we talk about our game of the week, and that might be the biggest one of the season. Another classic rivalry. We'll have to see how that one ends.
Yes, we will. But now it's time to get to the rest of tonight's action, starting with another city clash as Sioux City West takes on Sioux City North. Sioux City West snapped its 20-game losing streak last Friday, aiming to go for 2 in a row against Sioux City North. Stars leading 21-zip in the second quarter. Second play of the drive, Ian Lafini gets the handoff and finds a gap. Foot race to the end zone. Stars to go up 28. Just minutes before half, end around trickery for Caden Edwardson. Onto Ooch for the touchdown. He gets untouched for the touchdown. He gets the celebrate and gets the touchdown belt. Stars shine bright with a 35-6 win against West.
A big one there. It's homecoming night for MOC Floyd Valley. They boast Class 3A's all-purpose yards leader Dylan Maston Storm Lake in search of its first series win in over 15 years at Dave Lloyd Stadium. Not a lot of scoring in the first quarter, but plenty of action. Speaking of Maston, look at him making a defender miss. Out here for a huge gain. That'll move the chains and some. Dutchman going from midfield all the way to the red zone. This leads to a touchdown by Carson Carmichael on a quick little tush push by MOC Floyd Valley. That's the first score there. Next possession. So a new candidate for SportsZone top 5 plays. Hear me if you've heard this one before. Albert Van Zee, money. What a grab there, moving the chains. This time keeping his feet in bounds. Dutchman dominate 49-14.
Up at Sioux Center, Warriors look for its 5th consecutive series win against Lamar's Bulldogs in search of its first series win since 2016. Pickup action late in the first half. Sioux Center up 23-20. And driving, Sioux Center quarterback Ezra Himba passes a little high. It's deflected into the arm and into the hands of Bulldog Bo Teagan, who can't quite return it for the pick 6, but 23-20 Warriors at halftime. Sioux Center takes down Lamar's with the score of 51-32.
A big win there for Sioux Center. The Kingsley Pearson Panthers home for the first time this season. Welcome back, KP. Taking on Harris Lake Park in the battle of 1-1 teams. Panthers took advantage of many long plays tonight, including this one by Logan Howe. How about this one? Takes it from his own 20-yard line, dances through the defenders, whoop, makes it all the way to a touchdown. The first score of the game, and it's 8-zip. Feeling himself there for sure. The Wolves trying to get some yards. And after the kickoff, Adam Bensley gets ahead, but Daxton Kurtz is going to take him down, ending the first quarter 32-0 KP. Panthers simply too much. They take down Harris Lake Park 69-0.
Now, OABCIG is coming off a 4-point win against defending state champ Tri-Center. They're looking to keep it rolling at Boyden Hull Rock Valley. BHRV started the game with a 10-minute drive. Caden Van Scheppen rolls right, but is caught from behind by the Falcons' Carter Schmedding for a sack. Drive would stall and the Nighthawks would come away with no points. The game would remain scoreless until a minute 30 left in the first half. Rafe Jensen with this swing pass to Chase Beck, who comes up just short of the goal line. Next play, Jensen keeps it himself for the score. 2-point conversion, no good. BHRV wins it 20-6.
West Lyon has yet to allow a point this season. Unity Christian comes into town looking for the upset in the night's first win. The Wildcats getting things started in the first quarter. Stop me if you heard this before. Evan Hildring, touchdown. We said his name a lot last week. We're going to keep it going. West Lyon goes up 8-zip. Hildring makes a break yet again up the left sideline. No one around him. The Wildcats quickly take a 2-score lead. Second quarter of action now. How about River Kramer airing one out? West Lyon going to the pass game, finding Ben Mayer for the long touchdown. Wildcats with a 35-0 shutout.
Another homecoming game in Siouxland. This time, it's the Cherokee Braves hosting Ridgeview. Both teams scored 28 points in their Week 2 wins. Cherokee Washington Braves start off strong with QB Jackson Paulsrud. Pitches it to running back Blake Lovell for the 35-yard touchdown for a 7-0 lead. Braves continue to control the ball game as Blake Lovell gets the ball again, punch it in for a 20-yard touchdown, bringing the lead to 14-0 to end the first quarter. Now Braves win this one big, taking down Ridgeview 44-7.
The Sergeant Bluff Luton Warriors enter Week 3 averaging 310 rushing yards per game. On the other side, the Council Bluffs Jefferson Yellow Jackets making the trip to Sioux City. CB Jeff starts off with the ball and just a few plays in, picked off by Justin Ellers. And Ellers, how about all the way to the end zone? 6-0 Warriors lead. SBL will tack on the extra point, and the home team goes up 7-0. Warriors on the move. How about Beckett Veros on the handoff? Tags it for another touchdown. SBL boosts that lead. They're in the driver's seat. This one, all Warriors, they are in the win 62-14.
Spirit Lake hosts Central Lyon George Little Rock. Indians in search of its first series win since 2019. Thanks to our friends at Midwest Sports Plus for the highlights. Spirit Lake up 7 late in the first. Home team airing this one out. How about a 42-yard touchdown in the opening quarter? Spirit Lake tacks on to the lead. 13-zip red zone chance for Spirit Lake. Goal line leap is money. Spirit Lake takes down CLGLR 35-7. Thanks again to Midwest Sports for the highlights.
Midwest Sports Plus, thanks again for those highlights. We do have to take a quick break, though. What a first half, though. We do have a score update. Sioux City East did end up winning against Bishop Hieland 42-35. And with that, we have some more highlights coming your way. And Alex, what do we have to do?
We have the top stop and player of the week awards. So make sure you stay in the zone.
Our Rays Midvale Music's marching band of the week coming from Bishop Hieland. Crusaders Band lighting up the Friday night fun with some great tunes and dance. Welcome back to the zone. Plenty of teams picked up big wins tonight. Of course, we did just talk about our game of the week, yes. 42-35. That game, actually, for those who don't know, is actually in double overtime, not final. So we still will be keeping track of that. 42-35 Sioux City East on Bishop Hieland right now in double OT. But with that, we have a lot more games left in action, right?
Yes, we do, with more Siouxland squads aiming to get in the win column, including the Dakota Valley Panthers, who host Lakota Tech. Now, Panthers have shut out the Dakotan in its last 3 meetings, including a 63-0 win a year ago. The pass from Lakota Tech is tipped off. Dakota Valley's Jack Weiss runs it in 16 yards into the end zone for a pick six, making it 13-0 Dakota Valley. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Dakota Valley's tied to Georgia connects with Jack Jones in the end zone, making it 27-0. Less than a minute in the first quarter, the Panthers' Timon Brown Jr. makes the interception, running back 37 yards for another pick six. Wow. DV goes on to shut out Lakota Tech for the 4th time in a row with a 58-0 win.
Have a day. DV defense. Vermilion coming off its first win of the year. They've got a chance to snap its 4-game series skid against the Canton Seahawks. Vermilion on the move. Miko Beal finds a wide open Trenton Thomas. Trenton Thomas TD. How about that alliteration? Gets him near the 30-yard line, but that drive unfortunately would stall. Still in the second quarter. Beal throws it up, but it's Canton's Wyatt Greenwood coming up with the interception. See what I did there? Seahawks turn it right back over. Traken Thomas comes up with the pick for Vermilion. Canton, though, comes away with a 19-14 win.
In Nebraska, Battle Creek looks to gear up for another deep run in Class C2. They've got a good test tonight against Boone Central. Final seconds in the first half, Boone Central's Cade Hudson with a huge throw downfield to streaking Caden Miller. Hauls in for a 48-yard touchdown pass. Cardinals take a 35-13 lead at the half. Third quarter, it's Boone Central again on the option toss to Broken Beans, and he outruns the defense going 69 yards all the way to the end zone. Battle would score in garbage time, but it's Boone Central taking down Battle Creek on a score, 49-21.
Let's stay in Nebraska. Pierce has flexed a powerful offense this year, averaging 30 points per game. Douglas County West handed them their first loss a year ago, hoping to double down here in 2025. 3rd and long for the Falcons. Pass over the reach of Nolan Asher. Into the hands of Ryder Thiessen for the INT. Blue Jays riding the momentum. Caden Fritz finds an opening up the gut, and hello, Fritz finds the end zone from 29 yards out. Pierce gets on the board. The Jays certainly feeling jubilant at home. Next Pierce possession. Bryce Lindstrom follows his blocker, shakes it off. No, Taylor Swift runs right into your home for a 31-yard TD. Pierce wins it 42-6. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. In Iowa, not one but two shutouts tonight. GTRA takes down Newell Fonda 44-0, while the Woodbury Central Wildcats go on the road to take down Westwood 46-0. Elsewhere in Siouxland tonight must be the night of overtimes. South Sioux City takes down Omaha Bryan 20-12 in double OT. What a win for the Cardinals, bouncing back from their loss a week ago. And in South Dakota, Elk Point Jefferson defeats Winter 20-8. I'm sure we'll have some pretty happy Husky fans in the area to see that score. For the full list of scores, head over to our website, SiouxlandProud.com. We've got to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere just yet,
because we'll announce our nightly awards, including Player of the Week honors and Stop of the Week. So, or Big Stop, biggest stop. Stay in the zone.
You know what it is. Stay in the zone.
Hi, this is Bennett Luckin, SportsZone Player of the Week. This week's player is coming up next.
Welcome back to the zone. Of course, everyone at this point is waiting for our top stop and our Player of the Week, but we actually have a game update. So, of course, our game of the week, we talked about that double overtime game. The final score, Sioux City East takes down Bishop Heelan 42-41. Heelan went for the two-point try. They failed. Kason Claiborne was on that tackle. And just like that, the Black Raiders go on the road, take down Bishop Heelan 42-41 in double overtime in our Sports Zone game of the week.
That's why it was the game of the week.
Well said.
That shows we know what we're talking about. Just saying.
Very well said. And with that, let's head right into our top stop and Player of the Week. And we just talked about the game of the week. It's fitting enough that our Player of the Week comes from that game. This one goes out to number 9 right there, Chris Ford from Sioux City East. Plenty of names, we've called him plenty of times this season, but tonight, number 9 may have had one of the best stat lines we've seen in a while. In the first, well, I should say in this game alone, Ford, as you saw right there, scored on a 63-yard touchdown. He also came up with not one, but 2 kick return touchdowns.
Wow.
And he plays defense as well in the secondary. He had an interception on defense. What a game. What a win. Chris Ford from our entire Sports Zone team, congrats. And now for our top stop. Alex, what do we got?
Top stop, our big stop, the craziest stop. The pass from Lakota Tech tipped off Dakota Valley's Jack Weiss. He ran it in for a 16-yard interception for a touchdown. Run right through the offense was kind of lost there. Oh, we're going to slow it down for you guys, just in case you missed it. And they're going to shut down Lakota Tech for the 4th time in a row.
And we had a couple plays for Dakota Valley defense. We mentioned the Panthers defense.
Yes.
They came to play. We talked about them, of course, in our preseason show, and they showed it tonight. A big win there. Overall, what a night. I think this is the best night we had so far, and there's so much football left.
I think so. I'm coming out of this. This is a dub for me personally. I think this is great. Game of the week went to double overtime. I got my jacket on in time, so we're good.
That's right. Same time, same place next week, man. And for you guys all at home, the rest of our scores are on our website, SiouxlandProud.com. For Alexander, I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time in the zone.